There, I found a record button. This way I can separate it from my editor so he doesn't have a hard time. What's up, YouTube? It's me, Joe Schmo. I am joined by Gothmomymous. Gothmom. We are going to rate some anime, specifically bands and singers of anime. Rise from Persona 4, Brooks from One Piece, Fuka, like the anime, like Fallen Moon from Fuka. According to Google, Rick and Morty is a music anime. So, I think that might go in the F tier. I just, you know. Let's do it with something I know you know. We're starting with Poppin' Party, alright? What is your opinion on Poppin' Party?
They pop and they're a party. So that Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, that was pretty bitchin'. But when it comes to Poppin' Party, I cannot remember a single song title. I remember what they sound like. I understand the Sims for all the characters as well, and as well as the voice actresses. But they do not pop my party. So
between S and A tier, where are you putting them?
I'll give them a C.
That's exactly where I'm gonna put them. I am a fan of Tae. In the whole show and the movies, Tae is my favorite. She is the dirt. She is the one that thinks outside of the box. She's cool. But music-wise, I mean, they're okay. Compared to some of the other people from this world, they're kinda So they're going right here in the C tier. Pastel palettes. I'm gonna be honest with you, they are like a low D tier for me. They are too...
I agree with that.
Girly, bubbly,
yes.
Not really my taste. Bubblegum punk. That's the best way I can describe pastel palettes. Afterglow.
Afterglow, we're going S tier on this bit.
And why do you want to put them in S tier?
From an aesthetic perspective, I enjoy Afterglow.
I like Afterglow's punk rock. They are very punk rock. They are very in your face, but like in a good way. Not overdoing it like with heavy metal and stuff. They're going to be a high A.
Yeah.
Let's go to one that I'm going to put immediately in F. Hello Happy World. I'm sorry. They're going right in F. They're all over the place. I think they have like 2 or 3 songs, and that's pretty much it. Glitter Green. I believe they got shafted.
Wholesome B tier.
Wholesome B tier. Let's do Raise a Ceiling.
Raise a Ceiling, I actually enjoy. They have a DJ, so they're kind of bopping. They have the bops. I've also seen them live. That lead singer plays guitar and headbangs at the same time.
S tier?
Yes, I'll put them in S tier.
Okay. I like how they mix in rock with techno. They do very well, especially the DJ does a very good job spinning it. Speaking of that, Roselia. I want to put them in B, like high B tier. My big thing is the singer. I love her deadpan. I love everything she brings to the table. When you compare them to other bands, to me, Afterglow is a little bit better, and Raise the Ceiling is definitely better. So I'm going to put them in a high B above Glitter Green. Let's move on to Love Live then. We're going to get the big stuff out of the way, you know. OG Muse, first to me anyway, top tier, S tier anyway, every day, all day, every day. I just released a video today talking about my experience with Muse and what they mean to me.
From the Love Live spectrum of girl offerings, not my personal favorite. They're the original Love Live group. So I will agree with you on the S tier.
So what about the second group? Aquarius.
That would be my S tier.
That's your S tier. They're going to be a low S tier. They have a lot of good bangers coming from the second generation. The third generation is not as good.
Okay, I only like Nijisaki. I couldn't tell you a song that they have done to save my life. I just like Rina. There we go. I literally have an SP in the card game we play because I like her character design, and I completely forgot her name. That's how much it means to me.
They're not bad. They are not bad. Don't get me wrong. They have good music.
Bad. You have the OG, you have the second, you got the third. In my personal, humble, gothic opinion, it keeps getting watered down.
So for me, Nijikasaki School Idol group will be a C tier. Because they are not bad. They have good bangers. The side groups, the villains, quote unquote. Arise. They are a D tier for me. They had 2 songs. That's it. They were like, oh, okay, this group can do stuff. And then they never really touched on it, and they just let them die. They died out, especially compared to Saint Snow, which is who we're about to do next. Saint Snow brought out a lot of things that Love Live was needing, like the punk rock aspect. They brought that into the show, which is why Saint Snow is going to be a low A tier for me. because they really pop in the movie, and that's so good. Idolmaster, all of Idolmaster, did all the different idols, all that stuff. No, I'm not doing that.
I'd give him a C, because there's so much stuff, and then you have Side M, and it's just like complete chaos, and this, that, and the other. Like,
I am the same way. I am not that impressed. The next one I'm going to do is Otto, which is brought to light recently for a lot of people because she is Uta from One Piece. Side note, one of the best additions to the series they could have ever done. Backstory for Luffy, backstory for Shanks, all this stuff. That's beside the point. The whole movie Red, is singing, and all the backstory that's in the anime itself. She sings, she has different songs, and the best one that hits my heart a little bit is Where the Wind Blows, because it's a nice, sad, kind of somber melody, but it's very catchy. Uta is going to go top A tier. She is an S tier, but she's pretty up there, and I can listen to her songs over and over again.
I'll agree with that.
I got Brooks here. He is the musician for the Straw Hats. He sings Bink Sake, which is like the biggest song from One Piece that everyone sings and cries over because of how sad it is. I am putting him in B tier. Very good, but when compared to Uta, it's not the same.
Uta, yeah.
It's not the same. She brings pop, she brings anger, she brings all these different things. Brooks is more of the sea shanty, more like soul jazz kind of thing. Two different entities, but they're both pretty good. Let's talk about one you will know. You know Angel Beats, right?
I do know Angel Beats.
Let's talk about that girl, Dead Monster.
Yeah! They were bitchin' though.
They have an album which you can pull up on Spotify. Sadly, they only have one album. They add a very good tastefulness to all of Angel Beats. Sadness.
Yes.
The action scenes, they do all of it. They all sing, and they all are very good. I am putting them mid A tier. What do you think about this?
I would agree with a mid A tier, honestly.
Francis Shu, Zombieland song.
S tier.
A band that does everything you can think of, from rap to rock to everything in between.
Multifaceted band group.
S tier. Beautiful.
S tier.
Gorgeous. So let's talk about K-On!
I am not well versed in K-On! You're gonna have to take the wheel on this one.
I would describe it as a soft punk rock, kind of. They're soft rock. I will say, the anime, great. Fantastic. I would recommend it to anyone any day of the week. The music, it's weird. When you're comparing it to other things in my taste and everything on this list, they're not going to be S tier.
It's very boppy and very of its time.
It's a good comparison. Of its time. You can tell it's time. Kind of like you're listening to early Nickelback, Breaking Benjamin. Kind of like you're like, all right, this is not today's music. And it doesn't age well. There's other things that do. Like the Haruhi Suzumiya band. God Knows, the song, God Knows, is something that everyone refers to because of how well they sung it, how well they did it. Everyone refers to it. I'm going to go with low A tier. They're not getting out of A tier, but they're going to be in the bottom of A tier. I'm sorry if I piss people off, but oh well.
I'm not.
Haruhi Suzumiya, they did the school band thing. To me, it's an A tier.
Yeah, I agree with that. God, those slaps. It
is a very memorable song and a very memorable point in anime that people always refer to and always go back and watch. It's going to sit in high A tier, and that's where we're going to leave it. Now we're going to go towards a little bit of the classical side to mix it up. Yuli and April, and this is just going to be the main two people.
S tier.
They do very good spins on classical music, and they do great classical music as whole.
I'm a slut for classical music, not gonna lie. We're gonna argue on this one, aren't we?
They're not. I believe it's an mid A tier. But on this list, it's gonna go mid A tier. On Goth's list, it's gonna go higher, and that's perfectly fine.
Yes, as long as it's an A. On my list, it's S tier.
What the hell is this other one? Oh, you're gonna have to explain this. This is gonna be all you. Not this one. Tacked Up Destiny. For those who don't know, it's based off a mobile game where they turn classical music into girls who fight these things that don't like noise. On a scale of music, they're kind of D tier. There's no improvement. It's the girls themselves are music. And yes, the main character gets on, plays the piano. He does all that stuff. He's very... Okay, well, I just convinced myself. He's high D tier. There's no, renditions. It's just the music itself. Given. This is what you threw on the list.
Yes, it is what I threw on the list. All right, so we got Given. Mild spoiler. There is a performance. Shy Boy, that's lead singer, writes song that's kind of like a goodbye and a love song and everything to someone else that is no longer in the picture. That song fucking slaps. Like, it's raw, it's sad, it's kind of uplifting, and I will listen to it while driving in my car. I have seen the movie. It did have good music too. Even though I really like Given, I would give them maybe like a low A, high B, personally, in comparison when it comes to everything that we're covering.
You decided on them, so high B it is. You decided for them. And I'm assuming that I'm going to choose, when it comes to your boy Gothmomymous, it follows a small-time singer who sings at a bar, and you get introduced to her on Halloween night, and basically it takes off from there. Gothmomymous basically wants to make this girl popular and make her dreams come true because he is essentially a muse to him and guided him and lifted his spirits, and her music is very, very good. I believe this is a good, solid, low B tier. Rise from Persona 4. She is a idol. You only get to hear one thing from her. In Persona 4 Golden, they did the school festival band thing on top of Junes. Besides that, you hear nothing from her. So, Rise, I'm sorry. You're pretty cool, but you're an F-tier lady for me. Fallen Moon, inspired by the Hedgehog from Fuka. This is rock. This is soft rock. It's very good. It follows after the main girl. They are inspired by a band called Hedgehogs, which they get their rock beat from. They have a couple good songs, but overall, in the retrospect of things, they're not that good, especially compared to a bunch of big names on our list here. Bottom D.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I just listened to like 20 seconds and I was just like, yeah, it has a thing, but
Mongolian Chop Squad. Have you watched Beck? Japanese band essentially singing American music. That's one of the best way to do it, but it's rock. It's one of the original music animes that focused on rock music. It was a very well-written story about these up-and-comers grinding and working their way up and finally making their stage. And it's good. It's another one of those things that if you don't like retro, like older rock, it's going to be dated for you. I'm going to put it in lower B tier. I'm going to put it above Brooks. It is very dated in the sense of the music because it's classic rock. Well, now it would be termed classic rock.
Didn't this come out like early 2000s?
Yes, early 2000s.
Okay.
We're going to end this on a banger of a show. Carol and Tuesday.
Yeah.
Easy S tier. And people want to know why. Just go listen to it. The music and all that was done by the guy who did the music for Cowboy Bebop. One of my top 5 animes of all time. Musical composition, perfect. Hands up. Acid jazz, space jazz, whatever you want to call it. It's so good. And it hangs up and holds up to this day. The story itself in Carol and Tuesday is easily one of the best coming-of-age stories, I personally think, in a long time.
Like, I fully agree. I absolutely adore Carol and Tuesday. It has that mix. It's like, it has like the jazz and then like classical elements and like, it's just like easy. It was like a feel-good.
It's a feel-good story.
It was a feel-good, yeah.
So, this is where we're ending it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. There's not much to it. This is our opinions. This is how we view it. So, suck it up, I guess.
Yeah, suck it up. Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Well, until next time, folks. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.